Hello viewers, welcome to another episode of MarketSense. In today's episode, we're going to be discussing Nigeria's economy. Of recent, Nigeria's macroeconomic indicators have seen massive improvement. Economic growth is at 3.8 and growing. Inflation rate has reduced to 15.1. Our foreign reserves is at $50 billion. And the ones that Nigerians are most interested in, exchange rate. Our exchange rate has lost almost 100 naira in the past 1 week and is now at 1,360 naira to a dollar. But why is it that Nigerians are still feeling the squeeze financially? Why is it that these macro gains is not translating to micro gains for the Nigerian citizens on the streets? To answer this question, we have to go back to the basics, the factors of production: land, labor, and capital. In today's edition, we're going to be focusing on capital. Now, you don't just find capital on the streets lying around. The financial intermediary theory says that capital is supposed to be mobilized and allocated by financial institutions. But in Nigeria today, you find out that this process is not as efficient as it should be. Most of our financial institutions run a collateral-based system, and also interest rates are also very high. What this does is that it excludes a lot of Nigerians from the financial system. And just not Nigerians, the small and medium enterprise, the young entrepreneurs, the macro entrepreneurs that are trying to get access to capital, but cannot get access to capital because they cannot meet certain collateral demands. As I said earlier, this system excludes a lot of Nigerians from gaining capital. And when you don't have capital, you cannot scale, you cannot improve on technology, neither can you accumulate capital. And this is one of the reasons why the gains on the macro level are not falling to the micro level. This weak capital transmission in our system from the macro to the households and the firms do not allow people or Nigerian citizens to be able to accumulate capital or have capital, access to capital to grow their businesses or to grow whatever they are doing. The inclusive growth theory says that growth without access to productive assets leads to inequality. To explain this theory in simple terms, is telling us that when growth that happens without an access to capital leads to inequality. And that is why in Nigeria today, we have a lot of society. People generally say that the gap between the rich and the poor is widening on a daily basis. The solution to this is simple, and the word that we need to use is inclusion, economic inclusion, financial inclusion for all of Nigerian citizens. Let everybody have equal opportunity to be able to gain access to capital. And financial institutions, the regulators, have a big part to play in this. Now, for so long, Nigerians have been using the methodology of 5 C's. I think in the UK, they are changing to Campari. We need to change the credit assessment process in a way that gives access to people, or let me don't use people, let me say citizens, access to capital so that they can grow their businesses, they can invest in technology, they can invest in education to improve their human capital. This will go a long way in the transmission of capital to firms and households in Nigeria. I hope this brief from us for MarketSense has kind of shed more light on this area. And so whenever you hear the argument somewhere and say, why is this all the macroeconomic gains not getting to the citizens? This is one of the reasons why it's not getting to the citizens. It's all about access to capital. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to click the subscribe button and also like the page so that more people can see our content and we can continue to produce more content for you week in, week out. Also, very important, say no to drugs, educate the mind, don't abuse it. See you next week.